Can I share something with you and ask you to pray about it for me and with me? The South Wales Baptist Association, of which we're a part, of which we're a member church, have recently lost a couple of members of their team. And in this interim period, when they're seeking the Lord's will for their future and for that team, they've asked a couple of Baptist ministers in the area to consider being seconded for a day a week to support the team and to explore different ministry and mission opportunities. And they've asked me to consider being seconded to do some media ministry, specifically some online video content creation. You'll know that this is something that's a real passion of mine and really chimes with my sort of my vision, my sense of calling. I'm a very creative person and love to use image and music in understanding the scriptures and in telling God's story. And there's an opportunity to explore that and to explore that further. So would you just take a listen to a conversation that Mark, the regional minister, and I have had about it, and have a think and have a pray. There will be questions, I'm sure, that will come up in your mind, and as and when they do, please do send them to either myself or to Ruth, our church secretary, so that we can get back to you on those things. We're going to be meeting as a church membership on the 21st of next month, 21st of September, for our AGM, but also for a church members meeting. Mark's going to be at that meeting, and we're going to explore that further together. But we didn't want to spring it on you. It's a big thing to think about, and we wanted to give you a chance to sort of digest it and consider it and prayerfully discern it. I'd really value that if you do that with me and with us as a church. So have a listen, have a watch, have a think, have a pray, ask whatever questions you need to ask, and let's together as a church discern what the Lord is saying at this time.
The idea came about when we were looking, I guess, at what happened during COVID and lockdown and seeing the amount of material that people were using, and we want to build relationships across the association and help people understand more of what's going on. And so one of the things that we thought of doing, ways of doing that, is to record things that people can watch and also potentially use in services as well. We see it as a passion for you, and what I really hope for you is that not only do we benefit from your skills and your gifts, but I hope for you it's a real ministry opportunity where it widens the opportunity for you to use the gifts that God has given you, but also I see in you a real heart for knowing what's going on in the wider Baptist family, and that expresses itself in a number of different ways, and your desire to build those relationships as well. And I imagine that what it will do for you, certainly I find in going around, one of my privileges is it expands my thinking and actually changes the way that I can be to be more effective. And I think that's one of the blessings of going out and about. And again, partly of why we're looking particularly, and we're looking at maybe there's a minister who can do this. Because actually I think there are ways that their ministry will benefit from it. We could find somebody who was perhaps simply really good at tech, because that's actually what we need to do this. But here we've got something which is a combination, which I think you've not only got the skills, but you've got a ministry that I think will bless others through what you offer, but actually hopefully will really bless you and ultimately bless Bethel as well, because you've been generous with your time in the past as well in offering to do things for us. But we want to honour you and the church and say, actually, we need to create that time for you to be able to do it so that you can fully express your gifts as well. And it's only fair on you and the church if we actually create that opportunity. So this is a new way of doing things, which is why we thought, well, why don't we try, in effect, a secondment where we ask somebody to do this for one day a week, to create that time for them, but hopefully to honour you and the church within that as well. And we'll see how it goes. And one of the things we come with this is complete flexibility. And we've talked about a certain period of time, maybe 5 to 6 months of trying this. If it's not working after a month or two, we can say, okay, this isn't working. That's not a problem. We want what is best for you and the church at Bethel, as well as what is right for the association, and we work together on that. And we can say either this works brilliantly, which is what we hope, and say it's a real success, or we look at it and say, okay, it was a good idea. It's not worked out, no problem. Let's move on from this.
But yeah, that flexibility I think is going to be really helpful in terms of working out what it looks like, how it works. As far as I understand it, there are times I think when there will be quite a bit of media to get together, there's a sort of deadline around it. Other things are sort of a bit more nebulous, a bit more, be great if we could capture this and share this. And so yeah, it'll be exciting, I think, to try and sort of explore it and learn from it, definitely. Yeah. Great.
On behalf of South Wales Baptist Association, I'd like to say a huge thank you to the leaders of Bethel and to yourselves for considering this. We pray for you as you seek God's discernment in what is right, and we look forward to sharing with you in whatever way that might be in the future. God bless.